To access Web of Science, go to the Dana Medical Library webpage, click on the green Research Databases button, and scroll down to Web of Science. Unlike some databases, the Web of Science core collection does not have a thesaurus. Therefore, it can only be searched by keyword. This can sometimes be a bit tricky, for your choice of search terms can greatly influence the results. This video will illustrate the competing effects of adding additional concepts to help narrow and focus the results, and searching on alternative terms to help expand the results. Suppose you want to find articles on the impact of prenatal exposure to PCBs on the birth weight of the newborn. We'll begin by creating a set of results for the first concept, PCBs. On the first line, enter polychlorinated biphenyl in quotes, and using the truncation symbol, the asterisk, so as to pick up both the singular and the plural. Click Add a Row and enter PCB, again with the truncation symbol, on the second row. Change the Boolean operator from AND to OR so that you can find articles that use either one of those terms, and click the Search button. This brought up over 46,000 results on that term alone. Now let's search on the concept of prenatal exposure. Click on the search link in the upper left, reset the form, and enter the words prenatal and exposure on two separate lines. Click Add a Row and add exposure to the second line, and combine with AND. Click the Search button, and this will bring up all articles that have both words somewhere in the Web of Science record, although not necessarily as a phrase. And this brought up 24,000 plus results. Now you'll want to combine the sets to find articles that discuss both concepts. Click on the link for the search history on the upper right. Check the boxes beside sets 1 and 2. Select the AND option and click Combine. We're now down to a bit over 1,000 results, each of which discuss both prenatal exposure and PCBs. That's still quite a large set, so how about if we add a third term into the mix? Go back to the search page by clicking on the link in the upper left, reset the form, and now enter the term birth weight. On the first row, add a row, and in quotes, enter the term as two words. Change the Boolean operator from AND to OR so that you pick up all articles that use either one of those variants, and click Search. Then go to the search history in the upper right and combine that with the previous sets by checking the appropriate boxes. Again, we want the Boolean AND click Combine. And we're now down to 151 results. Click on the link for the results, and at this point you could begin browsing just on a superficial basis to get the lay of the land. One thing that I noticed early on was there seems to be a degree of variation in the term used for prenatal exposure. For example, the number 6 article used the term gestational exposure. The number 15 article used the term intrauterine exposure. And the number 20 article used the term maternal exposures. So what would happen if we went back and searched on those alternative terms? Would we be able to find additional articles? Let's try it. Go to the top and click on the search link in the upper left. Reset the form. And this time enter on the first row all the terms for that concept. So we've got prenatal or gestational or intrauterine or maternal. Click Add a Row and type in exposure on the second line. We want the Boolean AND, so that'll bring up all articles that use either prenatal exposure, gestational exposure, intrauterine exposure, or maternal exposure. Click on Search, and then click on the Search History link in the upper right, and combine that last set with the set for birth weight, which is set number 4, and the set for PCBs, which is set number 1. Use the Boolean AND and click Combine. Now we've boosted our numbers up by about 80 to 235. So at this point I would stop searching and begin browsing the set of results and selecting those I wish to save. You can view the abstract by clicking on the View Abstract link below each article. And for any that you wish to save, just check the box to the left. And so go through the entire set, and when you're done, click Add to Marked List in the upper right. And then when you have finished going through the entire set, go up to the marked list, which is on the far upper right corner. And so here you can see that I have selected 3 articles. And then here you would be able to print or email or save to a reference manager. Or if you scroll down just a bit, you would be able to click on the Find It at UVM button to access the full text. And from there, you would be able to download the PDF.